I have a feeling I'll have a lot to say about Lin Fei. Good and bad. Lin Fei is one of my top leveled legends, compared to level 43 on Xbox being my third highest, and 27 my current highest on PC, mostly thanks to Kung Fu. I personally love playing her, and she's one of my favorite legends in the game. Does that mean I think she's good though? Not at all. I think she's actually one of the worst legends in the game, a bit underrated if you ask me. Although, she's been getting a bit more recognition lately, and I like that. Of course, one of the upsides is her SIGs. I think her Qatar SIGs are among some of the best Qatar SIGs in the game, no joke. Insig can be a bit tricky to hit sometimes, but it does hit in a fairly generous area, and I don't know, it's good, is what I'm trying to say. Side SIG is her best SIG by far. It feels really satisfying to hit and strings well with Qatar's kit greatly. My most used for sure. Back in my day, down SIG used to look small. I'm sure at the making of this, most of us are aware of this change. Down SIG is also pretty satisfying to hit, her most unexpected one for sure. Her cannon SIGs I think are way less good, but they still have their purposes. Cannon InSig goes true with downlight, which is sort of InSig's main purpose. It's not super useful alone, considering it could be difficult to hit, but it's not her worst SIG. Cannon Side SIG I love using personally. It goes really far, and for some reason is unexpected to a lot of people, which I don't see how. Good SIG though. Cannon Down SIG is her worst in my opinion, but its use with Lin Fei's cannon is that it sends down. All characters need that one SIG that sends down, of course. It has a pretty big hitbox though, so that makes up. Her skins are a part of Lin Fei that I think is not treated rightly. Zariel, Dusk, Fate, Thor, Petra, and Volkov all have more skins than Lin Fei. I'm not kidding. I would list them all, but just take my word for it. This video is already getting lengthy. Ace Spiker Lin Fei is in my top 5 best skins in the game. No joke. It has overall fantastic weapon skins, looks amazing alone, and is just perfect. Winquing, or however you pronounce it, is also a really great skin. I think the weapons are on the lower side, but even then this skin is amazing. I've seen a lot of fan art from a lot of artists because of it. Zulong is also a pretty great skin. I think the weapons are better than Winquing. I still don't know how to pronounce it, although it doesn't look as good. Still a fantastic skin, especially with colors. That's worth running alongside the other two. Now, on to her lesser skins. Dalmadan I understand why a lot of people don't like, although I think it's pretty cool. Of course with colors, but even weapons are pretty cool too. Even if it is her least liked skin, I think it's still worth pretty good tier. Then there's Xeonzia, which I feel like is the edgy skin for Lin Fei. It's definitely not portrayed like that, not at all, although I give it that feeling just because of the mask. Most edgy skins tend to use masks like that, you know what I mean? Overall, still looks decent, has good weapons, etc. My least favorite, but not bad. Tier list wise, out of S, A, B, C, and D, I'd place Lin Fei in C. I'm glad I can get to the part of Fei talking about balance, because before last patch, she'd be in D. But Nai takes that spot now. Anyways, I placed Lin Fei in C for a couple of reasons. Her guitar game goes absolutely nuts, which I think if played correctly along with her cannon can be absolutely devastating to fight. Another reason is her stats. I believe next to Nai, she has the worst stats in the game. Low attack and low defense is not something you'd want to have. Hardly being able to kill and hardly being able to live is very difficult to deal with, and it makes winning with Fei really hard. Although the 9 dex gives Lin Fei some interesting true combos on guitars that every single other guitar legend doesn't have, which is why I place her in C. Overall though, I love her a lot, but I think she was the reason I was stuck in Plat for a while. Switching to Nai really did help, I think. Nai has things that Lin Fei doesn't, although Nai sacrifices a lot to have those things. Of course we aren't talking about her though, into the trash she goes. Back to Fei though, I think she's slowly becoming more loved, but a while back she got almost no recognition. She got no skins for nearly 2 years, and I thought we'd get a Battle Pass Fei soon. To be honest though, my hopes are up for Lin Fei mains in the future. I think if you play Fei and you can legitimately find great power with her, then that's fantastic. Keep up the great work. That'll wrap it up for this legend analysis. Thanks for watching, and keep on brawling.